With promises of fast cash and easy repayment, payday lenders take advantage of the financially vulnerable and instead deliver sky-high interest rates and impossible repayment terms. Jonathan Wesson from Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union is here to talk about payday lenders and how to avoid falling into the financial trap that often follows taking out a payday loan. Welcome, Jonathan.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah, we're happy to have you on. So, Jonathan, I think we've all seen those payday loan commercials at one point or another. Can you give us a quick definition of what a payday loan is?
Yes, so essentially a payday loan is a loan that offers fast cash to meet your needs if you're in a financial bind that lasts you kind of until your next paycheck. These loans are usually due within 2 to 4 weeks, and they come with hefty finance charges. And because they come with such incredibly short-term repayment terms, those fees that they charge you for the loan typically translate into annual percentage rates of 400% or more.
Wow, those are some high rates. So how do they get away with that?
Well, the marketing and sales teams of these companies, they're very deceptive in their advertising. And they emphasize promises of fast cash or guaranteed approval, no credit checks required. But they gloss right over the fine print of the finance terms that you're agreeing to. And so like an example of that is in California, you can go to a payday lender and you can get a $100 2-week loan, and they're going to charge you $15 for that loan. But that translates into 391% APR.
Oh my goodness. Well, aren't there any protections in place for consumers for this?
Yeah, so the California does offer regulations that oversee payday lending. The maximum a borrower in California can take is up to $300 with a repayment term of 31 days. But that's still that can be a lot of money, even though it's regulated. It's more important, also important to be aware that other payday lenders from other states will advertise to California residents through online. And if California residents aren't aware of their protections, limitations, these lenders can kind of skirt around those regulations. So it's important for everybody to be aware and know their rights under California law.
Yeah, and really doing the research. So why do these payday lenders appeal to people? What's the draw?
Well, these kind of lenders, they tend to target people who are in a financial bind. And a lot of people don't realize that there's other options that are available to them out there. And so they feel like they kind of have to go there to get the financial relief that they need.
So what are some better options if you find yourself in a financial pinch?
If you're in a pinch and you need some relief, the first thing I would do is reach out to any of your creditors that you currently owe money to. A lot of times they're really willing to work with you to change your payment amounts, restructure your payment term, maybe even lower your interest rate to kind of make that payment more affordable so it's not so overwhelming. Another option is to check with your employer. Many employers will offer payday advances on your next payroll. If you have an employer that's willing to work with you in that way, that's interest-free money, and that can be a really good solution in the moment. Of course, I would say check out your local credit union. Credit unions are known for offering low interest rate term loans with longer repayment terms, so it doesn't really affect you as badly as a payday lender. And then lastly, if you have a credit card and you really need cash, getting a cash advance is always an option. Even though those typically do have high interest rates, it's still much lower than the average 400% you're going to be paying for a payday loan.
All very helpful tips. Jonathan Wesson, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And for more financial tips, you can visit schoolsfirstfcu.org.